Hello my fellow Saiyans, I'm the SSJ Alex, and welcome to a not very often used for me type of style. We're going to go through the skills of each moveset. Now, what we're going to do here is that, unlike with, say, SSJ A-Palms, where it's just analyzing the moves and saying how interesting they are with its advanced mechanics and all that, I'll somewhat do that, but I will also explain if they are good moves or no. Meaning, should you use these at all or not? And I will also try to show the clips from where they came from. So, without further ado, these are my stats, so here we go. First up is Aura Slide. Oh god, we're really getting to this. Now, I'm gonna say this would probably be considered the most OP ultimate. Well, not ultimate, but super in the entire game. Why? Well, let's see. There's a back attack, there's a forward attack, it does a good amount of damage, and of course, let's not forget the spam you can do by breaking a person's stamina, and then just infinite doing that. Doesn't also help the fact that you can also stamina break them after the thrust, so yeah, you're kinda screwed. As well as you can also guard and still do it. Yeah, this move is overly used for very multitudes of reasons. And honestly, you can see why people would call this OP because, well, this move has so many functions, it does a great amount of damage, and it's super fast. So you can kind of see why people would say this is kind of OP. Now, this is the only one which I could say should be patched. Probably. Okay, maybe except Super Saiyan Rose, but I can't remember how, but it's not here, so. Moving on. Next up is Divine Retribution. Now, this is a fun as hell move. Now, this has two functions. A Ki Blast, which just fires normally if you just press it once, but if you press it twice, you do a downward slash. Basically, it's just awesome to watch. Oh yes, it is just so good. Just, so fun to use. Not only that, but you can also use it to try and escape certain moves. And say someone uses Dimension Ray, then, or any move that doesn't have the super armor normally, you can basically just use Divine Retribution and catch them off guard. And plus, it makes for one sweet looking finish. Ah, just beautiful. Next up is actually my favorite from all of these moves, Sudden Death Beam. Oh man, is this such a good counter move. Now, I'm kind of a guy who likes counter moves, but I can admit they also are pretty shortcomings at the moment, let's just say. Such as Pressure Sign is really good, but unfortunately it's kind of slow at the kick part. Godbreaker's good, but you're stuck there. God Shock Punch is pretty good, but you're stuck in one direction, and yeah, it's always counter. I mean, like, basic attacks and strikes. But Sudden Death Beam is a bit different. It's like Pressure Sign, but even quicker, but might not do as much damage. Now, why do I say this? This move counters everything. And I do mean everything. However, there aren't that many invincibility frames after the teleport because it's super quick. And of course, let's just look at that. I mean, it's just so good. It's like, gotcha bitch, and then boom, got him. Yeah, this is my favorite counter move now. It was Shadow Crusher, but now I'm considering this is my favorite. In fact, I'm putting it on at least a good amount of my characters. Oh yeah! And now for the ultimates. Now, I'm not gonna go through the DLC Pack 3 ones, because, well, just watch SSJ A-Palm or something about that, but short version, the Bojack moves, fun as hell, and Super Black Rose Kamehameha, pretty good. But, on to the real meat of these. Super Black Kamehameha is up first, and yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, of course, it's basically a faster version of the Super Black Rose Kamehameha, but of course, it surprisingly does a little more damage. But unfortunately, the thing about this is, unlike Super Black Rose Kamehameha, you can't just do the punch and then you'll automatically hit them with it. They can roll out of it unless you use a stamina break. Now, shown here, I turned off the CPU recovery, but otherwise they'll get out. So keep that in mind. And of course, the design just looks great, and I always loved that punch. It's just so nice just socking him in the face like that. Good times. Just good times. And finally, Divine Lasso. Woo! Boy, is this becoming one of my favorites now, and for very, very good reason. This move does a great amount of damage for a 3-bar ultimate, and the good thing is this is kind of a strike super, but it somehow does more damage with key blocks. Okay. Anyway, besides that, this move is just great. It's so freaking stylish and just so cool looking. And the fact that it's really got a good amount of speed and does good damage, and you just look cool while ending it. Seriously, you end an opponent with that, you get style points, because it is glorious. Now, in case if you don't know, this is the move that Goku Black used to beat, well, who else? Goku. There you go. Now, let's get into the moves. Do I think many of these are good? Force Light is overpowered, no doubt. I think that people should probably, yeah. Bandai, try and fix this move up along with Super Black Rose Kamehameha for it to do more damage, but I'm not going to get too much into those, but otherwise, Force Light should be nerfed a bit. Meaning, like, at least lessen the damage and not make the thrust so easy to pull up, or easy to pull up, but you can't just follow up except in doing the slashes. But otherwise, it's still an okay move to use. Divine Retribution is just hella fun to use. Seriously, if you use it and you succeed with it, you are good as golden. Seriously, it is just fun, and it's just so good to use. And finally, Sudden Death Beam is really good for counters. So, yeah. And as you can also see, I probably forgot to mention this, but the good thing about this is you're not just stuck in the counter stance. You can actually teleport, which means you can basically use this as both instant transmission and as a counter. That is the best counter ever. And of course, since it blocks pretty much everything, you can basically taunt your opponent and to just finish him off with style. This is good. It's so good! And as for the ultimates, Divine Lasso is just generally really good. It is kind of hard to pull off unless you're Supreme Rose Goku Black, then it's super easy. But otherwise, you should still definitely use this because it is great to use and just fun to see, and it's so good! It's so good! And finally, Super Black Kamehameha. It is just such a good move in general. I would recommend this over the Rose version, but I would still say use the Rose version if you choose to. Especially if Dims and Bandai agree to basically buff the move up some to make it do a little more damage, let's just say. But otherwise, Super Black Kamehameha is super good. So in general, a lot of these moves are actually really, really good. I would definitely say a lot better than the DLC Pack 2 moves. Oh boy, were most of those bad. Well, except for the updated ones, those were pretty good, like Wild Hunt, Focus Flash, yeah. But Requiem of Destruction was like the only good move when it comes down to the ultimates, though. Yeah. Screw God of Destruction's Menace, I will do a top moves ranked video type ordeal where I rank all the ultimate supers and all that from the DLCs. So expect that after DLC Pack 4. Maybe. No, definitely expect to see that. Otherwise, I would recommend most of these moves, but Slide, don't be a cheeser. Just don't. I know certain of you are probably going to do that, but I'd recommend don't. But then again, I'm not doing ranked anymore, so what should I care? So, who cares for me? Anyway, I'm the SSJ Alex. I hope you use these as well. And in general, these are some fantastic moves. Either way, remember to power up and let it out!